Hey, good afternoon, Facebook group. I hope wherever I find you, you're doing well, you are safe, and you are healthy during this time. What I want to chat with you guys about today is from a personal development perspective. I've done it now about 3 or 4 times over the last decade or so. I've picked up this book. I've had this book for years, but in terms of walking through this program, this is one of the classics, The Greatest Secret in the World, The 10 Scrolls by Og Mandino. And specifically, he asks you to read each one of these scrolls. I started scroll number 1 on January the 1st. Each scroll you're supposed to read it morning in silence, afternoon after your midday meal in silence, and then one final time every evening out loud. So if there's 10 scrolls, each scroll for 1 full month, you're reading it in silent every morning, in the afternoon around this time, which I'm going to do after this Facebook Live, and then night before you go into sleep, reading it out loud until it seeps into that subconscious mind of ours and yours. And so I want to share with you that I'm on scroll number 1, January, and the power of the very first scroll is habit. And so he goes on to, and I'm very excited because in the next 2 or 3 days, which is on February the 4th, I'll start with habit number 2, as I started obviously January the 4th. But he speaks about here in scroll number 1. Let me read it to you because such profound, deep information. Ciao, Tatiana. Scroll number 1, The Greatest Secret in the World. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Thus, the first law I will obey out of the 10 scrolls, which will precede us all others, is I will form good habits and become their slaves. One more paragraph. As a child, I was slave to my impulses. Remember when we were young kids? I want this, I want that, just impulsiveness. Now I am slave to my habits, as are all grown men. I have surrendered my free will to the years of accumulated habits, and the past deeds of my life have already marked out a path which threatens to imprison my future. My actions are ruled by appetite, passion, prejudice, greed, love, fear, environment, habit. And the worst of these tyrants out of all those listed is habit. Therefore, if I must be a slave to habit, let me be a slave to good habits. My bad habits must be destroyed and new furrows prepared for good seed. I will form good habits and become their slaves. So isn't that interesting? I'll be finishing up scroll number 1 now in a few days and starting scroll number 2. But he starts out scroll number 1, habits. The only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. And so as I reflect with you, you should be reflecting with yourself, what habits do you have going on in your life? As always, in all the areas of your life that you want to improve. Are they good habits, or are they habits pulling you away from your desired goals? And I love the way he starts this first scroll, that I will read each scroll for 30 days in this prescribed manner. First, I will read it in silence when I arise. Then I will read it in silence mid-afternoon, and then one more time at night, but this time I will read the words aloud. That is so powerful to begin a habit. And so I've begun a habit with this, and I will turn it all the way until I get to the month of October, 10 months from now, when I will have proceeded to read every single scroll 3 times a day for a month. But the point to this are habits. The only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. So as I leave you today, keep in mind the habits in your life. Again, when we talk about our nutrition, no one's perfect. I'm probably the worst person out there. But I have formed a habit that Monday to Friday, I eat clean. I eat clean 5 days a week as best as I can. so that on Saturday and Sunday, if I want to slip up a bit and slip into some nasty habits with my nutrition, I'll do that. But come Monday to Friday, I'm on point when it comes to that, like many other areas of my life, that I'm trying to form super habits. And when you form super habits, they become your slave, and you want to become a slave to great habits, good habits, and those will guide you to reaching where you want to in all the areas of your life. So I hope you got some value from that. I highly suggest this book is transformational, The Greatest Secret in the World by Og Mandino. Can't wait to get to habit number 2. I may just come up and take the time every month to give you sort of my thoughts of every single habit. Habit number 1 is the power of habits. Okay, guys, go out there, be safe out there, and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.